Hi students, in this last video of the day, I'll go over with you how to do the punctuation exercises. So here you see exercise 1 and exercise 2. These are checkbox exercises, so you can see there are questions and you would click on one of these choices and one of these is the correct answer. At the end of it, you can check your score. Now, just to go over with you the instructions, and then I'll let you practice on your own. I'll do 1 or 2 as an example. So starting with exercise 1. Both are on comma splices. And the first exercise, your job is to say whether A, you think the sentence is a comma splice, which is, oh, that sentence is not grammatically correct, or B, it's a complete sentence. So that means, oh yeah, the sentence is correct. Now this exercise and exercise 2 is going to help you practice the skills needed to help you complete your grammar quiz that's going to be due at the end of the week. And as well, you can use the skills to write proper sentences. So here are the instructions. Read the sentence and decide if the sentence is a comma splice or a complete sentence. And you click on the red button for the corresponding choice. A, if you think it's comma splice, or B, if you think it's a complete sentence. If you clicked on the wrong button, you can always click on the actual button that you want to choose. There are 10 sentences in total. Complete all 10, and then you can check your score. And finally, here is the checking score. You can click at the bottom. It says show my score.
It is supposed to be 1:1. Okay, can we change it on the actual schedule? Because if people check it,
which actual should I?
well, when they're looking at the citation testing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you click on any one of the
Okay, welcome back. Here is exercise 2. In exercise 2, we are going to practice changing the sentences into the complete sentence. Each of these sentences would have a comma splice. So you would choose the answer that has the right sentence, that changes the comma splice without making any new errors. So these would include comma and a coordinating conjunction like and, or, but, or it would use a semicolon on its own. Again, if you clicked on the wrong button, you can always click on the one you want. Do this for 10 sentences and check show your score. So let's try a couple of these. John is always late for work. Nobody seems to care. So these sentences are actually the same as your previous exercise. Now you get to choose the right sentence for the correction. So this helps you practice your grammar and editing skills. Let's take a look. The first sentence reads, although John is always late for work and nobody seems to care. So you got the and, but although here. The second sentence reads, because John is always late for work, nobody seems to care. There's no punctuation here, and the only thing added is because. There's no comma here either. And the last one, although John is always late for work, nobody seems to care. So here we have a comma and a transition word, although. So remember, we have several rules that we can try. Comma and coordinating conjunction. Semicolon, which we don't see here. And the last, and one of the rules that we studied but haven't mentioned yet in this video is the introductory phrase rule. So the introductory phrase, and then a comma, and then the rest of the sentence. Which one do you think is the best correction? If you thought C, although John is always late for work, nobody seems to care, you would be right. Well, when someone is late for work, you would tend to care. And here I just reviewed the independent clauses. So John is always late for work, that's 1. Nobody seems to care, that's 2. And the connection here is the comma. Now it doesn't have a coordinating conjunction, but it has an introductory phrase. So now the first clause, you add a transition word to it, although it becomes a dependent clause. It shows a contrast. Well, John is always late for work, but nobody seems to care. So instead of saying, but nobody seems to care, the word although is used here. Although John is always late for work, nobody seems to care. Because might work too, but there is no comma to separate the clauses, so it would be a run-on sentence. And the relationship is not as clear as although or but, because these are two sentences that have the opposite meaning. You should be late for work. If you're late for work, somebody is going to care, probably your boss. But here it says nobody seems to care. So let's click some answers and see the practice again. So for example, I'll click C this time, and then just randomly click some other answers. Okay, I'll just do 5 of them and do show my score. Uh-oh, I only had 20. So again, when you check your score, the correct answer is the green dot, and your choice, if it's different from the correct answer, would show up as a yellow dot. So this is your choice, and this is your correct answer. If your correct answer and your choice is the same, you'd only see the green dots. If your choice is different from your correct answer, you'd see 2 dots, the green one and the yellow one. Okay, so let's take a look at number 2. For example, hot summer weather is nice. It can be dangerous for various groups of people when certain temperatures get too high. Now let's skip to the correct choice and see why. We have the one clause here and the second clause. And now here we have something that we've seen before, a comma with a coordinating conjunction. In this case, it's but. And this is the right word to use because the first clause talks about how nice hot weather is, but the second one talks about how dangerous it can be for different groups of people. So, because these two clauses have opposite meanings, you use the word but to show the contrast. Alright, so that's it for video demonstration of these exercises. Go ahead and try it out. Click on the choices you want, check your answers, and apply the rules when you do the exercise and when you check it, and try again. Try to go for a perfect 10. Keep practicing, and for extra practice, write down the sentences too. Get the practice of it. You can either handwrite these or type them. The idea is the more practice you do, the better your grammar will get, and the more practice writing you have as well, which means you're going to be a better thinker. Alright, that's it for today. If you have any questions, you can post on the forum or email me directly. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time.